your research. In this iMindQ webinar, you will learn more about how to information with the research panel, enrich maps with content from the searched results, and share and present the map to colleagues, coworkers, teammates, etc. Now my colleague Mimi can take over with the presentation.
Thank you, Julia. As to start this webinar, I would like to say that we're all working in a very changing and pace-changing environment with the information technology moving forward in a very fast manner. And I've chosen today's topic for our research webinar to be the top 10 strategic IT trends. I have here in my mind map document 2 mind maps. The one is the top 10 strategic IT trends in 2015 and the top 10 strategic IT trends for 2015. And I would like to show you which are these trends, and we're going to focus on one specific trend, and my idea is to research information for that specific trend. As you can see here, this information, I have to mention that is published by Gartner, and I will show you from the research panel Gartner's webpage where this information was published, and you can visit the web page later. As you can see here, the top 10 strategic IT trends are computing everywhere or information of everything, the Internet of Things, the 3D printing, the smart machines, context-rich systems, the web-scale information technology, software-defined apps, cloud client computing. Also, from the new trends that are going to follow in 2016 will be not only the Internet of Things architecture and platforms, but also the 3D printing materials trend is also continuing. We have advanced machine learning as a trend, autonomous agents and things, etc. As one trend that is really important in these 2 trends, both in 2015 and 2016, is the 3D printing. It is a very interesting topic to research and see where this trend has developed in the information technology and sciences and manufacturing industries. What are its uses, or what kind of 3D printing processes there are, and we're going to view and search for examples of 3D printing materials and objects. So I'm going to create a floating topic as a central point to my research by making a double click on an empty space, and I'm going to write down the title of this topic. In order to make this topic as my map structure or my map layout, I'm going to make a selection of the topic and go to the topic structure option available in the home ribbon tab, and I'm going to choose a map. And you can see that this topic has inherited the same format as each central topic from the top 10 strategic IT trends in 2015 and 2016. Before I continue developing this 3D printing topic, I'm going to connect the previous map, the previous branches, 3D printing branches from the mind maps to my new mind map, that's going to result from my research. In order to continue, I'm going to write down and derivative categories for the 3D printing. As I said, maybe I can research information for the history of 3D printing. Also, I can search information about the general principles of 3D printing. The same applies for 3D printing processes. I'll add a sibling topic with type of printers. Applications of 3D printing. I'm going to move my central topic away from the other mind maps. And I'm going to add advantages and disadvantages of the applications and uses of 3D printing. So this will serve for me as a guide while I'm conducting the research. My colleague mentioned that today I'm going to present how you can add online available information by using the research panel. To access the research panel, you have to click on the tab that's called research. Make a click on it, and a research panel will be open. I'm going to explain a little bit how this works. In the drop-down menu here, we have 4 available search services. As you can see, these are Google Search and Google Images, Open Clipboard, and Twitter. As a start of my presentation, I'm going to add or copy a definition for what 3D printing is. I'm going to use the search results from Google Search. I'm going to make a selection, and I can add this information to the 3D printing topic by dragging and dropping on it, and it will be added as a subtopic, or I can create a new topic, writing down what is 3D printing. Because I want to organize and put this branch before 3D printing history, I'll just drag and drop this topic over the history. As you can see, there's a green marker which tells me where I'm repositioning the topic. In order to add the definition to what is 3D printing, I'm going to select the title 3D printing and get my result again with the 3D printing definition. Select it, and I'm going to drag and drop this information, what is 3D printing topic. So this is a very easy manner how you can add a short definition or brief information regarding something you're searching for. Information instantly by simply selecting the topics. Well, another way to add information is not only that you can add a definition or a selection of a text, you can also search for images by using the search service Google Images or the Open Clipboard. For my purpose, I'm going to use the Google Images search service. And as I can see here, I have search results with different images for 3D printing. Maybe I'll get a better results with the more general term or phrase. I like this image, so in order to add this image to my central topic, I'm going to drag and drop this image over the central point. I can change placement by selecting the image in the topic, make a right mouse click, and in the image placement option, we have 4 available options in order how to position the image against the text of the topic. So I'm going to position the image on top of the text, and I can resize it a little bit so it's visually more appealing. I can for information for 3D printing processes. I'm going to search on Google search what are the 3D printing processes that are available. I'm going to click on the link to Wikipedia and see if I can find information for 3D printing processes. I'll search down. Here I can see the information for the available 3D printing processes. So I can write down these processes directly to the 3D printing processes branch. I'll insert a subtopic by using the shortcut key insert and write down extrusion deposition. There is also binding of granular materials. Another process is lamination. Fourth process is photopolymerization. And the fifth is metal wire processes. So if I want to add images for each of these processes and research for information regarding each of these 3D printing processes, I can do the following. Let's say I want to search for information for metal wire processes. I can use the Google search option, or first of all, I like to add images. Let's say I'll use extrusion deposition. I want to add an image of this 3D printing process. And I'm going to use the Google search, the Google Images option. Let's see what I can find out. Here's very descriptive images of and visually appealing of how this process is presented. And I'll drag and drop the image over the image branch that I added. And same here, you can resize it. I'm going to select this topic again, and I'm going to use the Google search to search for additional information over extrusion deposition or fused deposition modeling used for 3D printing as a method. I can also, while I'm searching the information, I can add links directly to the desired topic or make another subtopic with references or reference links in order to keep track where I have found a specific information. As you can see, we all know that usually the links are colored in blue, and I can simply drag and drop this link to the desired topic in my map space. As you can see, the name or the description used for the link is also added as a text in the topic, and we have the link to the web page available here. So if I click on it, it'll be opened directly to your default web browser. So this is one way to keep track of what you have searched on different websites available online. I'm going to click on this link and the same web page will be open. So if I want to add specific information described here, I can simply select this information, add it to the extrusion deposition topic, or I can select a definition, copy it. Let's say I'll copy this entire paragraph with using the shortcut keys Ctrl+C, select my desired topic, and in the notes panel, add this description as additional information. In order not to be obtrusive with my map space. As you can see, I can format this topic, this text additionally by using a larger font size. If I want, I can open the research panel again. I can find an image or links that I would like to add, etc. So as you can see, I can go backwards with what I have searched previously. That was the Google Images search for the extrusion deposition. Maybe use another image from here. I can click on the image, or I can drag and drop another image to the topic here. And change the previous image that I have used. That's one way to search for information available online with these few search services. To continue, I can also search for information about lamination, printing process. As you have seen, by selecting the lamination topic, the same phrase was searched directly and instantly in the research panel when it is open. So this is a very easy manner to get information that it's very useful to you while you're doing your research. Let's go to another part of this 3D printing topic. Let's talk about the applications and find out more about the applications of 3D printing. I'm going to close for a little bit while I'm adding subtopics to the applications. The applications of 3D printing can be categorized in 3 categories. One group is manufacturing applications. Second one is industrial applications. And the third one will be cultural applications. I'm not going to spread and broaden this application, so I'm going to concentrate on one in order to save time while presenting. I'm going to focus on the industrial applications of 3D printing. They can be used in the apparel industry. Also, they can be used in the industry for vehicles, in the construction. Also, it can be used for medical purposes, for computers and robots, and etc. So if I want to search for different applications, I'm going to select the parent branch called applications of 3D printing. I'm going to open the research panel, and I can find additional information for 3D printing applications. Right here, by using the Google image search service, I have statistical data of where this trend or where 3D printing is used most. I would like to add this image over the topic. And as we can see here, it's mostly used in the motor vehicles industrial application. Now I'll place the image at the bottom in this topic, at the bottom of the text. In order to search for information for, let's say, 3D printing in medicine and what it can be used for, let's see a few examples of 3D printed materials used in the medicine. Here are different applications in 3D as 3D printing is used for medical purposes. Maybe I can add an image. Change the placement of the image. And resize it. Maybe I'm going to use the Google search to find additional information of different uses. And here you have different information for what has been created till now for the medicine. I can also show you a few examples of a 3D printed house in the construction industry. So I can write down the search term or search phrase in the edit box here in the research panel. I said that I'm looking for a 3D printed house in China. Let's see if it'll give me the result. Here's the first 3D printed house. So you can imagine what are the broader applications of 3D printing in all of these industries or applications. So this is a very useful information that can be added while searching online. So that's how to add examples and information of different applications of the 3D printing. Let's search for information about advantages and disadvantages of 3D printing. Here is how to add different links that you can visit later. And these links will be used as reference links for your research. I can also use the Twitter search service to see what are the latest tweets for the 3D printing topic. And if some of these tweets are very important and I would like to add them in the to the 3D printing research, I can do the following. I'm going to insert a new topic and I'm going to write down tweets for 3D printing. I can drag and drop the desired tweets directly to this branch by simply selecting tweet and dropping the desired information to the topic. So this is a very useful manner in order how to generate online available knowledge for different topics, different categories for your research paper, or this is a one way to see how every information is connected with each other. Maybe you can use associations between different topics. You can see how this information is connected in a very logical way, and what you do when you with a mind map is you always see the big picture. And by using our presentation mode that I always mention, you can share and present this topic directly with your colleagues. One way to do it is to create a presentation in a very fast manner. To do that, I can simply drag and drop the main branch called 3D printing and use a template scene called expand branches parallel. And to create my presentation scenario, I can continue with the 3D printing topic, use the same expand branches parallel option. I'll continue with the 3D printing processes branch by dragging and dropping that branch to the scenes panel and use the expand branches parallel option again. And I can finish with by doing the same thing with the applications of 3D printing advantages, disadvantages topics. And at the end, to see the big picture, as I already mentioned that we use the template scene called show all elements, and this can be added by making a right mouse click on an empty space and use the show all elements template scene. In order to present the created presentation, I'm going to close the panels, and I'll use the from beginning option. I'll be transferred directly to this topic. And this is the second scene that I've chosen to present. I'm going to continue with the 3D printing processes. I've already mentioned that any additional information that you add to the notes, it can be also viewed in the presentation view with no problem. So this is one way to tell and show additional information and description for a specific topic. To continue with the presentation, we use the shortcut key space and the right arrow key to continue with the presentation scenario. So this is the entire image of what was presented in today's webinar. This is the end of what was planned for today's webinar. I'll ask my colleague, Julia, to tell me if we have any questions during the webinar.
Yes, we do. One says, great topic. I want to ask if it's possible to drag and drop information from other documents or web pages within a mind map.
Yes, it is possible. I'll show you an example with a Word document and use an image from the template scenes from a Word document. And that will be all for today's webinar.
Okay, today's webinar has come to an end.
I'll just show you how you can drag and drop directly this image by selecting it, bringing it to the desired topic in our application. Simply drag and drop the desired image to, if its presentation allows it, selecting any additional text. So I will let my colleague Julia finish the webinar and close it.
Okay, thank you very much for listening. Today was the webinar on use of online available knowledge for your research. Thank you all for attending, and until next time.